There are 5 machines in your home that should never have a computer chip inside them, and right now, almost every version you can buy does. That's not progress. That's a trap. A $12 circuit board sitting inside your $1,600 washing machine. And when that board fries, which it will, the whole machine is done. Doesn't matter that the motor's fine. Doesn't matter that the drum spins perfectly. The chip died, and now you're calling a repair tech who's going to tell you the part's discontinued. That conversation, that specific, infuriating conversation, is what this is about. There are still analog versions of these machines out there, fewer every year, and most people have no idea where to look. Let's fix that. Here's what changed, and it happened faster than most people realize. Go back to the mid-1980s. A washing machine had a mechanical timer, a physical dial connected to a series of cams. You could see every part of its brain. A repair technician could diagnose a problem in 10 minutes with a screwdriver and a multimeter. Parts were universal. A motor from one brand often fit another. Machines lasted 25, 30 years. Some are still running today. Then came the control board, a brushed electric motor, the kind that powered appliances for most of the 20th century. Is, mechanically speaking, almost indestructible under normal conditions. It tolerates heat. It tolerates power fluctuations. It doesn't care if you live somewhere with unstable voltage. Repair techs will tell you the same thing. They pull motors out of 40-year-old machines, and they still run. A circuit board, different story. Heat cycles kill solder joints. Power surges fry capacitors. Humidity causes corrosion on traces so fine you can barely see them. And get this, the control boards in most modern appliances aren't in some protected, climate-controlled compartment. They're mounted inches from heat, elements, vibrating motors, and steam. It's like bolting a laptop to the inside of your oven and expecting it to last a decade. A repair technician in Cleveland told me he now turns down certain brands on service calls. Not because he can't fix them, because the diagnostic software required to even read the error code costs $400 per year in licensing fees, and the control board the machine needs costs $380 and has a 6-week shipping delay from overseas. The machine costs $1,200 new. He said, "At that point, I'm not a repairman, I'm a grief counselor." Now here's the part that should genuinely make you angry. And it should, because it's not accidental. There are class action lawsuits specifically targeting manufacturers for producing control boards with known failure rates and then discontinuing replacement parts within 5 to 7 years of a machine's sale date. Consumer complaint forums tracking certain LG washing machine lines have documented over 80,000 individual reports of control board failures in machines under 8 years old. 80,000 on one product line. And when those machines go to the landfill, the drum is fine, the bearings are fine, the motor is fine, but there's no chip, so there's no machine. Then there's the layer most people don't know about. It's not just that chips fail, it's that manufacturers have deliberately moved to proprietary microcontrollers that require brand-specific diagnostic tools, brand-specific firmware, and in some cases, brand-specific pairing between the new board and the machine's existing components. Meaning, even if you find the right replacement board, it might not work unless a factory-authorized technician uses proprietary software to authorize the pairing, which they charge for, which they schedule weeks out, which sometimes they won't do on machines over 5 years old. A homeowner in rural Montana had a 4-year-old Samsung dishwasher throw a control error code. Nearest authorized service center, 2.5 hours away. Earliest appointment, 3 weeks. She hand-washed dishes for a month for a family of 4 because a firmware handshake failed on a component that cost less than a dinner out. This is what smart got us. Not convenience, not reliability. A permission structure, where the manufacturer decides whether your machine runs, built directly into your appliance at the factory. Now let's talk about who's most responsible for turning your appliances into disposable electronics. Samsung gets mentioned first because the data is overwhelming. Samsung's French door refrigerators have been the subject of multiple class action lawsuits specifically over ice maker and control board failures. The ice maker assembly, a heavily chip-dependent component, fails at rates that repair professionals describe as almost guaranteed within the first 5 years. Settlement documents from one suit estimated affected units in the millions. Samsung's official response in several cases was to offer a repair kit, while simultaneously discontinuing the replacement board for older models. Then there's LG. LG's linear compressor, marketed heavily as a premium feature, generated a class action lawsuit that settled for hundreds of millions of dollars after widespread failures left families without refrigeration. The compressor is chip-dependent for diagnostics and control. When it fails, and in a significant number of documented cases, it fails between years 4 and 7, LG's own service network in many regions couldn't source replacement compressors for months. Families in Arizona, families in Georgia, losing hundreds of dollars in food, waiting weeks for a repair on a refrigerator they paid $2,400 for. And I want to be fair here. This isn't just a Korean appliance problem. Whirlpool's modern lines, particularly their smart connected models introduced after 2018, have generated significant complaint volume around control board failures and Wi-Fi module malfunctions that take down otherwise functional machines. Consumer complaint data shows patterns of washers and dryers losing function entirely because the connectivity chip, which you probably never asked for and never used, failed, and the machine won't operate without it. You bought a washer. They gave you an IoT device with a drum attached, and when the IoT part fails, which it does, the drum stops working too. A couple in suburban Ohio documented their experience with a Whirlpool smart washer online. Machine was 3 years old. The Wi-Fi module failed. Whirlpool's tech support told them the machine required the module to be functional before it would complete a wash cycle. Replacement module, $210. Labor, $150. For a $900 machine, they scrapped it and bought a Speed Queen. Here's the math that genuinely surprised me when I laid it out. Take a smart front-load washing machine. Average price in 2024, roughly $1,400. Average lifespan before major repair, according to repair industry data, 7 to 9 years. One control board repair during that window, which repair techs say is likely on chip-heavy machines, runs $300 to $500, including labor. So you're looking at roughly $1,900 in total cost over 8 years. That's about $237 a year. Now look at a Speed Queen top-load washer, a mechanical machine with minimal digital components. Price, around $1,000 to $1,100. Average lifespan documented by repair professionals, 20 to 25 years. Major repair probability on a well-maintained mechanical machine, low. Let's say $200 repair in 20 years. Total cost, $1,300 over 20 years. That's $65 a year. $237 a year versus $65 a year. For a machine that does the exact same thing, the cheaper smart machine costs 3.5 times more per year of use. The math is simple. The industry just hopes you never run it. So, what's actually left? These are 5 machines where you can still find analog, chip-minimal versions that repair professionals genuinely recommend. Some are specific brands, some are specific product types. All of them are still available. For now. Number 5. The Speed Queen Top-Load Washer. Speed Queen is the open secret of the appliance world, built in Ripon, Wisconsin. Commercial-grade components, their top-load NAM. Mechanical models use a transmission-based drive system, not an inverter motor controlled by a chip. The control panel is minimal. No Wi-Fi, no app pairing. They back certain models with a 7-year warranty on parts and labor because they build them to actually last that long. Repair techs will tell you a Speed Queen top loader is one of the few machines they'd actually buy for their own homes. Expect to spend $900 to $100, worth every cent. Number 4. Chest freezers with mechanical thermostats. The chest freezer is one of the last appliance categories where you can still easily find chip-minimal options, but you have to know what to look for. You want a mechanical dial thermostat, not a digital display. No electronic control board. No error codes, just a dial and a compressor. Brands like Midea, Frigidaire, and some GE Garage-ready models still offer basic chest freezer lines without digital control systems. Prices start around $200 for smaller units. These things run for 20 years with almost zero intervention. Find the most basic model available. Deliberately avoid anything with a digital display on a chest freezer. It adds nothing except a failure point. Number 3. Cast iron gas ranges with manual ignition. Modern gas ranges have become surprisingly chip-dependent. Electronic ignition modules, digital oven controls, temperature sensors wired through circuit boards. Repair techs report that oven control boards on mid-tier gas ranges fail regularly, and replacements often run $200 to $400. Here's the workaround. Look for commercial-style gas ranges from brands like Blue Star or older Vulcan commercial units purchased used. These were built for restaurant environments where a range has to fire up 400 times a day for 15 years without failure. Minimal electronics, straightforward oven controls. Alternatively, if budget is a concern, find an older American-made gas range from before 2005 in good condition. A used Roper or estate-era Whirlpool gas range from that period, mechanical controls, no digital display, will outlast almost anything built today. They show up on marketplace sites for under $150 constantly. Number 2. Commercial-grade mechanical dryers. Dryers are mechanically simple: a drum, a motor, a heating element, a thermostat. The problem is, manufacturers keep adding control boards to manage cycles that didn't need managing. Speed Queen again makes this list, specifically their commercial-style dryers sold for home use. Mechanical cycle knobs, simple thermostat controls, no digital display. These are the same units you see in laundromats, running 12 hours a day for a decade without major service. Avoid anything marketed as a smart dryer or featuring digitally controlled sensor dry technology. Those moisture sensors are chip-dependent, fail within a few years, and are frequently the reason a dryer starts running endlessly or stopping mid-cycle for no mechanical reason whatsoever. And number 1. Mechanical control refrigerators in top freezer or chest configuration. This one matters most because a refrigerator failure is an emergency. Food loss, family disruptive, on immediate out-of-pocket cost. And it's the category where chip dependency has done the most damage. The French door refrigerator, with its ice maker assembly, twin evaporator boards, digital display, and Wi-Fi connectivity on higher models, is one of the most chip-loaded appliances in the modern home. Repair professionals consistently rank it among the most failure-prone appliances they service. The solution is boring, and I mean that as a compliment. A basic top freezer refrigerator, no ice maker, no digital controls, mechanical thermostat dial, is what refrigerator technology looked like when it was perfected. Brands like Frigidaire and GE still make stripped-down top freezer models in the $600 to $900 range with minimal electronics. Whirlpool's basic top freezer line also qualifies. Just avoid any model with a connected features package or digital display. No ice maker, no touchscreen, no Wi-Fi. Cold on top, cold on bottom, runs for 20 years. That's what a refrigerator is supposed to do. Here's the rule I want you to walk away with. If it has a display screen, it has an expiration date. That's it. That's the whole framework. Every touchscreen, every digital readout, every connected feature on a major appliance is a countdown clock, and the manufacturer set the timer before you ever unboxed it. The 5 machines I just walked you through all have something in common: simple controls, proven mechanical systems, no app, no Wi-Fi, no firmware, and repair techs will tell you these are the only appliances they'd put in their own homes. So here's the short version. Skip the smart features. Every single one. Look for mechanical dials or the words commercial grade. Choose the boring-looking option. That's not an insult, that's a spec sheet. Avoid any appliance that requires a smartphone to set up. And if a salesperson tells you the chip-loaded version is better, ask them how much the control board costs to replace and watch what happens. I'm betting most of you have at least one appliance at home right now with a digital display that's already given you a scare. An error code, a weird behavior, a repair call you didn't expect. Drop which machine it was in the comments. I want to know which one's failing fastest. And if you're tired of replacing things that should last a lifetime, subscribe, because we're just getting started.